Adrian Mack, and I write for the Georgia Strait. And I'm very excited. I just got off the phone with Stone, who is the lead guitarist in the Taiwanese band Mayday, who you might not have heard of, or maybe you have, because Mayday is one of the biggest bands in the world, certainly the biggest band in the Asian world, and they're coming to Vancouver. They're on a world tour promoting I think it's their 8th album, which is called Second Round. And I spoke to Stone because this is a very exciting event. It's at the Pacific Coliseum, and it's going to be sold out if it isn't already. But Stone told me some interesting things. He was speaking to me from Taipei, from his home studio. And it turns out, and I don't think anybody knows this, but it turns out that when Mayday made their first record in 1999, which is called Mayday's first album, they recorded that album in Vancouver. They actually did it at Greenhouse Studios in Burnaby, and in fact, that's where the band was staying at the time, in Burnaby. So I asked Stone, I said, what were your impressions of Vancouver? And he told me it was very exciting because they had never seen a deer before, and a deer, I guess, showed up in their garden one day, and they had never seen snow. And the reason they came here, it turns out, is because their manager actually has a home in Vancouver and thought, he said to them, you guys need to get away, and that'll give you some perspective on your homeland, and you'll be able to write better. And that's exactly what happened. And what was the consequence of all that? Mayday became absolutely massive. They're on their 8th album. It's called Second Round. And if you think One Direction is big, puny. One Direction is puny compared to Mayday. So you can read all about that in next week's Georgia Strait. And if I could remember when the actual show, I can't remember when the show is, but it's next week. That's another thing that you can read about in next week's Georgia Strait. So thank you for listening. Mayday, here they come.